I'd just like to thank my sponsor, which is FUCHS Oils and Lubricants. So they are the world's leading independent brand which manufactures oils for vehicles as well as lubricants for industrial sectors, etc. So you can check them out. I put the link in the description for their website and their social media platforms. Yeah, so FUCHS has a number of oils from high performance to your daily driving cars. So they actually supply a number of the world's biggest manufacturers of cars, such as VW, BMW, Honda, you name it, they have it all. So I've put the oil selector in the comments, so you click that link and you can actually check what oil is recommended. Welcome back to the channel. This week we have our first B18c Turbo on the channel. It's not just this thing revs, no?
Yeah, it's got a rev kit in, so it's revving 9,000.
So this is a Dick. He's actually the guy that helped get me my sponsor, so I just want to say shukran to you, my bro, for
No problem.
coming on. So he's a big part of the channel. Yeah, so we help get the FUCHS brand and they sponsoring me at the moment. So yeah, super grateful for that, my bro. But yeah, we had to have some fun. Some liquor, yeah. First time out now on the road, eh? Car's been standing for a while.
Car's been standing for a while and it's been at JVS
Yeah.
also back and forth for quite some time. So it's technically the first real outing further than the home and
The
1
tuner.
kilometer around the block and to the tuner. So it's technically the first time out in a long time. So it's been in a sedentary state.
Getting liquor in this road.
Yeah, the driving around the block or whatever, it's not safe, so you don't really get to drive the car hard as such.
Your first real outing.
Yeah, and here with this open roads is like,
No restrictions.
yeah, the motor was built by Dries lowrens
Okay.
in Joburg.
So this is the ex-Joburg car.
Ex-Joburg car, and Justin, the previous owner, procured all the stuff, got everything together. Unfortunately, he's actually never driven the car, but I speak to Justin all the time. So he's actually never driven the car because the car was actually put together by Jake's once the car was done.
Also in
at
Joburg.
Also in Joburg at JDM Tuning. So IC coilovers, Edelbrock intake, GT30 Turbo, like I said, 81mm Wiseco pistons, standard, Eagle rods, 10.5 compression. So it's running currently still on Spitronics, so there's definitely room to upgrade the management, maybe fuel tech or all tech.
I was not gonna say, yeah, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah,
right?
it is the way to go. And the car was at ISAC about a month and a bit ago. It made 245 and 360 torque on about 0.5.
Low boost, maybe.
And very low boost, yeah. But the car was built to take 2 bar boost. So yeah, the car is very well built, I would say. Everything was thought out well in terms of putting the build together. But you can feel the car is built for the track. I mean, it does need to get to the track. It has to go to the, or even Saldana, to see what it will do.
Pushes you to the back. There's no exaggerations here.
No exaggeration, huh? So yeah, we obviously wanted to shoot the car so many times, and every time something kept coming up, then it was the power steering rack that was leaking, and then it was
small stuff,
and you know, if you're a car enthusiast, the small stuff counts.
It adds up.
Yeah. That was meant to be driven. And it's a 24-year-old car, so things are bound to break, and you have to saw stuff and look for stuff, but we try and make improvements where we can. So
it also brings the fun part to the build. Looking around with the parts
and doing look, I can do some of the small stuff myself. But there's some stuff, I mean, when it comes to engine, I don't if there's engine stuff, goes to Jody.
And time's a problem also.
Time is a major problem when
especially if it's something important on the car.
So yeah, and also I think when you're a family man, it's not like, you know, when we're younger, Monday to Sunday or weekends you're busy with your car all weekend. When you're a family man, your time is for your family basically. But overall the car is
well put together.
Oh, and something very important that most people might not know when they see the car. This dash was actually a grey dash. It's been sprayed over black.
I'll show the
reason being is the previous dash was obviously shot, and you're not gonna find a clean dash nowhere, a VTEC dash. So you'll see the dash looks like brand new. And the front seats, obviously, everything is looking as OEM as it possibly can look. So yeah, pulling it away in first is a bit tricky. There's no traction first and second, so I need to put the traction bar in, and yeah. No. Yeah, I actually have a list on my phone. Funny enough, I do have a list. So, a B18c Turbo, there you can see. Block is labeled B18c. P72 head. Spitronics management over there. 550 Holley injectors. Works Engineering fuel rail. Edelbrock intake. Works Engineering throttle body. A Billet engine mount. Works Engineering. Power steering, fluid holder, GT30 Turbo, should be updated actually to a GT35, turbo manifold.
What turbo manifold is this?
It's a standard one for the B18c, but obviously it's been coated. That's why it just looks different, but there's different types. This is, I think this is like the Ram one type, but there's another type where the turbo is basically sitting almost up here. And then let me just look. So R8 coils, there's a clutch masters, clutch single plate. The motor is currently on a 10.5 compression. Mwas systems built CNC'd the block. They do a lot of CNC work up in Johannesburg, one of the top engineering shops. 81mm Wiseco piston sanded, eagle rods, Skunk to rev kit, ISC coilovers.
Sure.
And yeah, so Dries lowrens built the engine in Joburg. Jake's basically put everything as you see it here, just put it together, made sure the car was driving. And JVS did a lot of the maintenance work now recently. We replaced ball joints, tie rod ends, serviced the car, 10W60 guys, Titan Race Pro S, that's the product they use.
That's a FUCHS oil.
It's a FUCHS product purely because it works best with a higher octane fuel, and it's designed for race purposes, so you don't, most guys will know what they can drop oil pressure if the wrong product is being used. So
one thing I wanted to ask is
Yeah.
the brakes setup.
Yeah.
Because this is serious business going on here. So what we running here?
So it's very simple, just a Willwood big brake kit. You can buy them. I think most guys now are selling them locally. And yeah, just for 245 kilowatt at 0.5 boost with 360 torque, you need proper brakes to stop.
Yeah.
And then a lot of small stuff. You can see new fender liners, new cowling here for the wipers.
And I don't know if the color is picking up as good as in person, but this is, you said the S2000 red, eh?
It's actually S2000 already.
Sure.
But the car is completely stripped,
Yeah.
right down to every nut and bolt. But still, there's small stuff that I need to obviously clean up.
And then what also sets the car apart from the other Ecos, that has the Type R kit on as well, eh?
Type
Full
R kit, but there is a lot of guys with Type R fin,
Yeah.
and so the front and rear lip is Type R, and obviously the fin.
But you don't see them as much with the full Type R kit, man.
Yeah, because a lot of guys, when you're running a 15 and the car is so low, you can't go over much.
clearance.
You're gonna ride I mean, that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Just outside the drive, as you can see here. So, but generally CIVICs or EKs are generally low, generally. And then yeah, you'll see here like Works Engineering. It's actually a Malaysian brand. These guys in
So that
Joburg
was imported.
all these billet parts are all
Even these mounts, they are very much similar to the Hashport mounts.
it's similar to Hashport, but
the
it's
K-series, it looks very
it's just a
similar.
it's just a billet mount
Yeah.
basically. But yeah, look, there's lots of room for improvement. I would say traction bar needed,
Definitely.
camber kit, maybe a Haltech or FuelTech to get better boost control. Boost
And the
bike
car is
here.
running 0.5.
Only 0.5, but it's built
245 kilowatts and how much newton meters?
360 Newton meters torque.
So you see this car is capable of about around 2 bar boost, eh?
It's built to take 2 bar boost, but
Yeah. So you guaranteed in the 300 degree,
no, easy. I
300
think at
kilowatt
one bar
more.
it should make about 350, 360.
Yeah.
But then again,
You don't
one
need that
thing
much
to make,
power.
It's to make
Yeah.
that power, but to put it down.
Your
is
clutch is
another
gonna go, the gearbox,
Then you need an
shafts.
operated clutch again. The clutch is a Clutch Master single plate clutch, but I would say you
You will
need
need to upgrade, definitely.
probably need to upgrade the clutch, maybe change the shafts, camber kit. But yeah, at the end there's mods and cars. I suppose it's just like how deep is your pocket and how much are you willing to spend.
But it's very nice seeing a B18c. You don't see them often.
It's very scarce. The
especially in
motors
Cape
are
Town.
scarce. I spoke to Mike a couple of weeks ago when I was there, and he was telling me that most of the JDM import engines are being bought out by the US purely because the dollar is stronger than the rand. So the motors are becoming more scarce, and the price, they obviously, because they're buying it, it's pushing our price up. So
all the
previously
engine
where you could build
importers.
Hondas,
For all the engine importers.
yeah, so previously you could build Honda for, I wouldn't say cheap, but at a good price. Now, I mean, Mike was talking about 60 grand for a B18c and
Just motor.
K20 and K24 engine. I mean, the guys know their power, and the stuff has gone up ridiculously. So it's not actually the engine importers, but it's our rand dollar exchange and just the demand in the US that they're buying those things up like nothing.
And
So
then-
you'll see engines that's not necessarily popular at the moment, like the Barra at the moment. I mean, you can pick up an engine for 10 grand.
And then make good power.
And they're gonna make on a proper setup, gonna make 300-400 kilowatts. So those engines are now cheap, but give it 12 months, 18 months, and then
skyrocketing with the prices.
Same with 2J. 2J was at one stage you could buy an engine for 15, 20. Now it's, I don't know, 100. I don't know what the prices of the 2J now. But yeah, look, I think Honda will always be a first love for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Always.
Especially an EK.
It's just
don't get better than an EK.
I've driven in, I've had Type R, the FN2, and you just can't beat EK. But yeah, parts are becoming scarce. We have to scour the scrapyard now to find parts and bits and pieces and trim and things. But as a car enthusiast, we're just trying to make our car the best that it can possibly be. But yeah, I think that's all from my side. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. The rear, obviously, the normal. All the Honda guys will know LCA, strut
the
brakes,
big spars and everything.
tie bar, all that stuff. The boot is nothing in the boot.
The backlight. Yeah, that's needed for the
Yeah.
EK. It just completes the whole.
And it's not JDM if it's not got the dash currency pipe. Everyone should know. It's not JDM if it doesn't have
What
that.
exhaust is the car running?
It's just a normal stainless steel.
Speed box.
Yeah.
Probably a 63 mil.
Yeah, 63.
Yeah. But this is always needed on the Civic.
Yeah, it's just
That makes a
standard.
difference,
I mean,
eh?
you have to,
Not just for cosmetic wise, it actually does stiffen up.
that's the